Yeah. My buddy and I wanted to move and live in East LA after we saw that movie. That was our dream.
Yeah, I know. They live like the coolest life. Like Cheech and Chong are way too old to not have jobs, and yet they kind of just somehow they wander. It's almost like High Pitch Eric. They wander into a home on the beach.
Yeah. Those characters.
Oh, and Cheech and Chong's next movie, Chong like sleeps on a door. That's his bed.
Yeah.
And he just plays guitar too loud during the day, and they just hang out and smoke weed.
Yeah. They just smoke weed.
Yeah.
And weed kind of gets them through life.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, anyway, so that's what I ended up doing all weekend. When the royal wedding was on, I watched Cheech and Chong.
Oh, the Finkelstein shit kid. That's one of the greatest
get out of here
lines,
now.
too. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. I overstayed my welcome.
He really wants to get into it.
Yeah, we're bonding. This is what Richard does. Like, sometimes I go back and talk to him, and then he just keeps the conversation going even as I'm walking away. All right, now stop the conversation.
Sorry.
All right. When is the last time you showered?
This morning, actually. I worked out. I get up real early and work out before the show.
All right.
So.
All right. No one cares. Bye. Sorry, that smelt I having the other day. Richard Christie, everyone loves him. Speaking of Richard Christie, I'm going to honor Richard Christie right now. I think Richard had a moment of brilliance. A couple of weeks ago, let me refresh your memory.
Could happen to anyone.
And by accident, you think? A couple of weeks ago, we played a clip of NFL reporter Ian Rappaport abruptly hanging up on a sports radio host. The guy's name was Chad Dukes. This all happened live on the air. And this guy, Chad Dukes, just got really, really upset. Because, like, he's interviewing this guy, Ian Rappaport, and he kept... just to refresh your memory for this phony phone call, this is what happened.
And it's really just, get what I get for him.
Ian Rappaport is my guest. I'm Chad Dukes, First World NFL Network, of course. They'll provide exclusive...
I'm sorry. I need to take this phone call. I have to apologize.
That is the last time we have that son of a bitch on this show. I swear to God. What a piece of garbage that guy is. That's twice he's done that. That's twice. And he sucked.
It was really odd.
Yeah, have you ever said you'd be available for an interview and then taken another call?
Well, we thought this was the funniest thing we ever heard. You know what I mean? And Richard goes, this would be a great prank call. So here we go. All we did was call an internet sports radio show and repeatedly hung up on the guy. And it is great. So here's Richard's rusty character.
Your comments throughout the show. So, first question. Game day rituals, jinxes you avoid. I'm curious to hear some answers to this one.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, this is Rusty. I want to talk about traditions, and I'm a softball pitcher. And you know how the guys hop over the... Hello? Oh, yeah. Wait, hold... I'm sorry. I'm getting a call on the other line. I got to go.
All right. Okay. Rituals, keep those coming. Any questions that you have? All right. I'm staring at the switchboard. Do we roll the dice here? Did you get everything taken care of, Rusty?
I did. I'm sorry. That was my wife. What I wanted to talk about is my rituals. I'm a softball pitcher, and you know how... Oh, man. I'm so sorry, guys. Somebody's at the door. I'll call you right back.
Take two. Ooh, boy. That's a problem. New phone, who dis? What do you know?
Back to my point. So what I do, rather than just... I kind of have this hop that I do.
What are your rituals?
I'm sorry, the smoke alarm's going. Gosh dang it, I got a roast in the oven. I'll be right back.
No, not happening. We're going to commercial, so Rusty, now we got other stuff to do. We got to let other folks come in on the show. So let us know what you're thinking on your Wednesday. And there's somebody on hold.
But anyway, the point I was trying to make as far as my ritual.
All right, what's going on in your brain?
Oh man, I'm so sorry, guys. There's a huge giant lizard right outside my door. I gotta go hide in the basement. I'll call you right back.
Man, Rusty. Wow. Word to the wise, Rusty. Send in your thoughts on Twitter. Rusty will be dropped forever. I can guarantee you that. And the first chance we get, I think that we should drop by Rusty's work and do the same thing. Just as a quid pro quo.
Wow, isn't that awesome? So there it is. Real events inspiring a phony phone call.
Yes.
And if that didn't make you laugh, there's something wrong with you.
I'm Jimmy Marshall. Do you like all-inclusive resorts and public masturbation? Then of 5-star all-inclusive vacation resorts where public masturbation is not only accepted, it's wildly encouraged. At Club Tug Resorts,
straight in there, you'll get fucked up, man. This shit, you feel like your fucking intestines are coming out of your old fucking cock, man. It's fucking beautiful. You're right.
Hey, you just...
Did she set the show in Philly for any particular reason?
She grew up there. She's from there.
Oh, she did grow up there.
And her mother was a public school teacher for many, many, many years there. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she had a lot to draw on.
Yeah, totally. She would tell me stories of hanging out with her mom, after school, when she was in the grade that,
because your penis deserves it.
Here, Gary Clark Jr. You're the man.
Good morning, thank you.
Look at you.
Likewise.
Let me take in this band. I love a band, I love rock and roll, but it's the blues for you, right? Kind of.
Yeah, well that's the foundation. That's why I learned running around in blues bars in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I mean, learning guitar, how old do you start when you're playing guitar?
For me, it was 12.
12 years old?
Yeah, if I had it my choice, I would have started earlier.
You mean you never picked up a guitar before? Hey, am I getting an echo, guys?
Yes, I hear it.
Yeah, I mean, something's going on here that is not kosher. Anyway, so you're 12 years old and you decide to play guitar?
Mm-hmm.
Is it because you were lonely? Like, were you a popular kid or an unpopular kid?
Nah, I was all right. I was like a, just skinny dude, played basketball a little bit, not great.
Yeah.
Sang in the choir,
But you weren't that musical, right?
Yeah, I was always into music, but...
So who says to you go get a guitar and start practicing?
Well, I had a friend named Eve Monsade. She had a band that lived down the street from me.
Yeah.
Her dad had arcade games, and they had a basketball court, and so it was like cute girls playing in a band. So that was just kind of the place to be.
Yeah.
I got tired of getting my ass whooped in basketball, so I decided to pick up a guitar.
When people do this whole comparison with you to Jimi Hendrix, I mean, I get it. You're a great guitar player, but is it kind of racist in a way, in the sense that they're like, oh, here's a black guy who plays great guitar, so therefore he's got to be the next Jimi Hendrix? Or is it a compliment because Jimi Hendrix was so great?
I'm not sure. I mean, there's probably a little bit of both of it, just association that looks like kind of seems loud, fuzzy guitars. But, to be mentioned in the same sentence, I'm cool with it. It used to make me kind of weird because it's kind of, pressure.
You would get upset when people would say, hey, he's the next Jimi Hendrix, because all of a sudden now you're being compared to Jimi Hendrix and you got to have that.
Yeah, not upset. It's just weird. You know what I mean? It's like, there will never be another Hendrix, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for him.
Right.
But like B.B. King, Buddy Guy, founders of this rock and roll shit,
Talking about racism, growing up, you grew up in a middle-class neighborhood, right? Which in a way is kind of rough because there's a lot of overt racism, right? I mean, you're growing up in a mostly white community?
I would say majority, but there was a mix of everybody. Filipino, Hispanic, blacks. I met a bunch of everybody when I was a kid.
Did you catch a lot of shit?
I caught a good amount, not a lot, like every day.
Right.
But, as a young person growing up, to kind of be confronted with something that you had no issue with can kind of mess you up a little bit and make you take a step back and go, whoa, why has it got to be like that?
Is music the ticket to bringing everyone together? Like when you're in high school and you're that good on guitar and you're hanging out with your friend, what's her name, Eve?
Mm-hmm.
And you're in bands and stuff. Is that the great equalizer? Like everything just kind of stops? Because when you're playing guitar, all of a sudden everyone gets you?
That's pretty much it. I've noticed that, music, people's ears perk up. And people kind of forget about everything for a while. And they walk into this room and they're moved by the music, regardless of who's around them, what their beliefs are, what they do in their life. For that moment, you're here and you're just enjoying together. it's beautiful. So I love that feeling. I just want to be in it all the time.
So every day at school, when you get done with school, you would go over to Eve's house and play guitar with her.
Mm-hmm.
And who is this Eve? Where is she now?
Eve, she's running around. She's got her own band, Even the Exiles. She goes out with a band called Blue Bonnets.
Were you in love with her when you were a kid?
No, we were just like cool friends. She was like cool, kind of tomboy. We would play basketball together. We would just ride bikes. We were just homies.
And she turned you on to the blues?
Yeah, we went down to a blues bar down on 6th Street. It was called Babes at the time. It was like a sports bar.
How old were you?
I was 14.
Yeah.
She went down there on her 15th birthday, and we signed up to play guitar. We just wanted a stage to get on in front of people and, you know, show people that we've been practicing. Somebody outside of the garage, you know?
Right.
And so we went down there, signed up, and played Texas, Stevie Ray Vaughan's Pride and Joy, and T-Bone Walker's T-Bone Shuffle. And we were just kind of hooked, you know, the older guys embraced us. You know, they couldn't believe these young kids, you know, wanted to learn these blues. And so they would send us home with records.
Wow.
And, you know, tell us what radio shows we could listen to get all the information and just, you know, educate ourselves with this blues stuff. And we just fell into it, you know, dubbing tapes, sharing tapes with each other.
Yeah, I was reading your bio. Like when you were 15 years old, you would go down, your parents had to take you to a bar because you can't get in when you're 15, and you would just play with all these old blues guys, right?
Right.
And they respected you. They took you seriously.
They did.
So you were a phenom. I mean, not many 15-year-olds can keep up with these guys. The fact that they accepted you and liked you must have been unbelievable in terms of your confidence.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to go to school and, you know, when you're growing up, it's weird, you know?
It is weird.
You're trying to find your place. And so when I would walk into these clubs and be hanging out backstage with people like Pine Top Perkins and James Cotton, who played with the blues greats like Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf, they would embrace me, you know, like I was their kid, like I was their grandson. And I'm a part of this family, you know? And so I would go to school and be uncomfortable, but I knew that I had this thing. And so I was confident. I knew that.
Were your parents scared at all that like you were falling in with guys who were older and who, and in a way, even get jealous of the fact that they were almost like parents to you?
Would my parents get upset about that?
Yeah.
No, they were cool. My dad, you know, I learned a lot. When I started running around on the scene, I knew people knew my dad already from like running around and being in the blues clubs and hanging out. So he knew what was up. So everybody just kind of looked out for me. And he was there, you know, surveying, and if there was any problems, they were going to have problems.
So when you were done with high school and then you go and you decide not to take that free ride in college, so you start playing with who? Stevie Ray Vaughan? Or
no, Jimmy Vaughan, his brother.